Here is yet another example of ask and ye shall receive, although in this case, I don't know how I feel about that. So I was challenged to do a Neomonsters PvP team where every monster is less than 40% speed. Now, if you know anything about this game, you know that that's not a very good idea for PvP at least. So, I tried it. I tell you, I'll do what you guys want me to do, and somebody wanted me to do this, so here we go. I was the. It's hard because there aren't a lot of monsters less than 40% speed that are like good with other monsters that are less than 40% speed. You know what I mean? So my main like damage dealer was Carmilla. I had Aerolus on the field because I had a bunch of protectors with hold ground, helping them stay alive. Fireal, obviously, of course, I'm going to use her. I just recently hatched a Medbee, so I was using her as well. The thing about this video, about this team, about these matches, is they're long, and I'll be honest, they kind of drag for quite a long time, because as you can imagine, it's a lot of like not very aggressive monsters doing not very aggressive things. I was using Bastia. I was using Metatherian. When's the last time you've seen Metatherian used in PvP, right? But the main thing here was like the front line was dedicated to keeping Carmilla alive, and then just hopefully sweeping through with Carmilla, using some random monsters at the back that I thought were fun, like the anniversary monster whose name I always forget, Straw Bubba. No, Straw Bubba was the token. What's the actual monster's name? The bear. You know who I'm talking about. But with Bastia, like you can summon a Straw Bobo and their Death Revenge won't activate, so they'll just be on the field forever. So yeah, this was the team. Let's talk about the gameplay. Guardian Demise thought it might kill our Bustodon, didn't quite. Sleep Grenade the Tirafina, because Tirafina terrifies me. Yeah, Straw Bubba, I was right. So what's the token's name? Straw Bobo? Close enough. I don't know. Merry Christmas. Kills off the what's his name? Drake, something. You know who I'm talking about. His goal is to kill the Straw Bubba to awaken the Terrafina, which fair enough, but I'm able to stop him. We kill off the Aura Dragon, and at this point, this one's pretty much over. He just gives up. On to the second battle. We've got an Azita, XY, Regalian, and Wraith Host. So even with the Draconic Harmony boost, Azita's still not strong enough to one-shot Magaiasloth. Magaiasloth is 19 speed, one of the slowest monsters in the game, but super defensive, has a ton of health, auto protect, I was using him. Aegis Dragon as well. Let's see, he goes for probably time's up. Yep, doesn't matter though because we're all stealthed. Now I'm kind of not in a great spot here because I don't have a very reliable way to deal with tokens. I've got the shiny Seraziel later in the game, but that's kind of it. So we'll see how this goes. Leogeist kills off my Bronze Shell, and cool thing that I noticed here is with Aerolus and Aura Dragon, if you instant switch friend, then whatever you just cloned will gain 2,000 health, or if you have Awakened Aerolus, full health when they enter the battlefield, which can be cool, can be helpful. Sometimes that's not what you want. You want the clones on 1 health, but just a fun interaction I found. This is also one of the first times I've ever run into a Marjorie in PvP. Shake Soul, first of all, that Arcane Stun ability, I totally forgot she had, because they added that like recently, but that's kind of good. Like, what was that, a 400-second stun? 300 seconds, maybe? That's, like, crazy. Like, that's really good. Although I guess you can give turn back to it, so I don't know. But Shake Soul is a weird passive, reducing the enemy's defense to 5 as they enter. That didn't really matter in this match. I mean, defense is what it is. It kind of, I don't know. I never really think about defense. I just kind of feel like if you've got your sweepers, they'll kill, and there's only very few instances where like a situation would be different if monsters had less defense. So I guess I kind of know what they were going for, but I don't think it fully works. Marjorie, like, now that she's done her secret skill, unless she's sleep rouletting and dream hunting people, she can't really do anything. So I'm not super scared of her. Shiva Dragon is the guy I was calling Draco earlier. Shiva Dragon I am scared of. Asterios, not yet, because he doesn't have the link, obviously, but XYZ I am scared of, so I need to kill him, but then Asterios gets the link. So some tough decisions are being made. Here, you see he has Hardened Carapace, Sacramega, but the defense buff didn't even show up because of Shakesol. Another interesting thing. Same with Akekion, who should have Vigorous Stance right now. So Edusive Hand, his Shiva Dragon is killing, which is bad. And the Death Revenge kills off the XY, so now he's got Nova Media on the field. Shiva Dragon is still sweeping through, but luckily that shield from the Cosmo Dragon really came in clutch. He goes for the Element Accelerate. So I'm like, alright, I need to get rid of some people. So I go for the Asterios because I figured Shiva Dragon was at less health, so Bunny Bomb would put him down to hold ground, which it did, which was great. Able to kill them off. He can do the Link Stun Wave, Magma Gun, poison, instant poison gas into Poison Eater, you would think, but instead goes for the Poison Immune Punisher. Not sure why. I don't know, maybe he probably doesn't want to take the Death Revenge just yet, which makes sense. Carmilla's pretty far out of play. Luckily, though, the Fire Reel that he knocked back with Magical Wind earlier is here now. So I'm thinking about who to go for, and I go for the Galio Dragon with Devolve because I cannot handle that Link Double Survivor Plus, I think is what it is. Super strong move, only needs 150 seconds. She's got the Sleep Roulette, which unfortunately for him, one monster is poisoned and the other two are sleep immune, so that's not going to help him much. At this point, it's just cleaning up the Marjorie, which we do there. Guardian Demise takes out the Galio Drac. That's going to wrap up this battle. Going into our final one here, a one-on-one team. Interesting, interesting. I don't really have sleep protection. I have 2 monsters with Purify, but like, that's kind of it. I guess 3 monsters with Purify now. So I could have done the Purify all, but since we had Aegis Dragon, there's no point. Give turn back to the Carmilla to slowly, I guess quickly is more the word, but use a move that's slower seconds to sweep through those Goldoids. Luckily got pretty forgiving with their revenges. Spirit Shield to Carmilla, and now I can take out the Kanisha Gun, and what's his face, Infernocorn. Lionheart I'm not super scared of. I thought about a Desperate Bite on like the Shadow Hunter, but just went for the Aegis Barrier instead. Might as well keep him alive a little longer so that we can protect Carmilla for longer. There isn't much I can do with Aegis Dragon at this point, so just spamming Purify. What do I do here? Vigor Blood Fear on the Shadow Hunter. He was the only one I was really scared of. I don't want to kill the Talonite yet. I don't really have a way to handle the Death Revenge. But there, Aegis Dragon didn't quite kill the Manta Samurai, so I instant switched into the Magaya Sloth, but then didn't think about the fact that Spectre Fox would have Stealth Bane immediately following my Purifying Mist, which, you know, is fine. That's on me. He's got the Gummy Dragons next, which is something I'm not super scared of. We rebound the Aura Dragon. I don't know why it didn't pass, but I'm pretty sure Aura Dragon was already shielded. I don't know. But here I went for the Sleight of Hand because I wanted to do Full House, just because I recently got Medbee and it's a move I've never used before. So we kill the Lionheart off there, hoping that he lets the Mr. Bun survive, just because I want to use this move. Spectre Fox can't do anything. He loads with the Gift Ring, and there we go. That was cool, I guess. Totally worth it, I suppose. Bunny Mom here is going to miss the 2 Camouflage people, but it takes shield off Griff King. Dragecko will kill the Seraziel. I devolve the Tego Senshi. Geisthorn is somebody I'm not super scared of. Pure Rage is like 200 seconds, and he does have the solo double Poison Eater, but I've got so much Purify that, like, it doesn't matter. Griff King can give turn, but like I said, what's Geisthorn going to do now? Pure Rage, he does that to take the shield off Aura Dragon. Like, that's an unfortunate waste of seconds for him. At this point, it's just about wrapped up. He loads, he can do whatever, I guess. I've got Merry Christmas coming up. There isn't really a way he can kill the Straw Bubba, unless he does Pure Rage again. No, he didn't. He goes for the Poison Eater, and then the Death Revenge kills his Albacon. So we can eat that Stun Revenge. Guardian Demise at this point will just clean up. Almost one-shots the Geisthorn. But you can see this one's over. And that is going to wrap up this video using a team of only monsters that have less than 40% speed. I'll show you right now. I think the highest was 39 from Aura Dragon. But yeah, this was, I guess, fun. It was fun to use monsters I don't use before, but like, I'll be real, those battles were kind of boring to do. They dragged on for a while. But, you know, you guys asked for it. I'm here to provide. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.